This is Danielle Presley with my ZBrushCore review. We are going to actually start with our subtool. Going over that, append will let us add a new one. Kind of go with the sphere. So we'll make sure to click on the one that we want to adjust and move, or the one we want to change. Using our starting out with our transpose. We'll just kind of adjust it, move it just how we want. Alright, so now that I have my duplicated one, I'm just going to go ahead, move it. We'll make it a little off-sided so that they're not perfectly symmetrical. And then I'm actually going to use, starting with our subtool, I'm actually going to make another one. We'll do cylinder. Make sure we have our cylinder selected. And we're going to turn that and adjust how we want. Just kind of play with it. And then we'll move. And we're actually going to make a hole. Now we got to drop this under the subtool that we want to. Hit the subtract. Go up to the one above it, make sure it's active. Go to our merge, merge down. Okay. And when we're done, I'm going to do control, drag, and that gives us a hole. We can say it's a mouth. So we're going to get into some of the basic tools. Start with the standard. And just so we can touch on it real quick, transform, make sure our symmetry's on. These are the different axes. So just going with standard, add some new geometry. Kind of just play with it and add on. Adjust the draw size. This will make your tool smaller or larger. This shows how much it comes off of the geometry, so you can see what intensity it's not. Can get a little more, get a good build up. Now another one of the tools, if you hit shift, you can smooth, and that just kind of smooths it out. The thing, the tool we'll use is the dam, so that we can go through and actually take some away. Something a little larger. Less on the intensity, and what I'll actually do is I'll merge these two together. So when I have the symmetry, it'll show on both. And we'll just go. You can see it's not very deep. And I kind of like that it's a bit lopsided, so we'll actually go back with our smooth tool. Smooth it out. Move and get that. And just to get into it, we're going to get into our brushes and the alpha. Do spray. And we can do this to help add textures and just make interesting shapes and forms on it, just to change and keep it from being so obviously smooth. So we'll just use something like this. And you know, that's super intense. So bring that down and just kind of bring it and add texture and kind of reshape and have fun with it, kind of crinkle it up. To get the inside of the ears, we'll adjust which alpha we use, so we can do something like that. And it bubbles and changes. And we can go through and change it, and like back over here over the eyebrows, and it just gives a uniqueness and texture to your piece. Go back with their smooth and hit the mouth. So that it doesn't look quite so rough. Use that and zoom and kind of get an idea. Now the last thing I want to touch on before we do the lighting and rendering is going back over the Dynamesh. Go through here and we can bring our count up using divide, though using the Dynamesh we'll redistribute and even out the count. So we can turn this on, get an idea. And if we go back, we can go to this one. Forgot which one. Turn it on, and that helps. So the last thing to go over is lighting and rendering. We'll just bring these over so that they're here. Go ahead and change the material using our standard to get a better control over the light. Turn that off. Go to Subtool. And we'll just adjust the lighting. Kind of have fun with it. Change the color. Maybe add another one. Adjusting the intensity, making just how bright it is. And then making sure I have a floor. Do this to help generate some shadows. Definitely turned into a very cutesy horror face. And then when we want to make it an image, we hit export. We'll name it. Figure out what type we want. And we'll hit save. And that is my review.